And welcome back, my nomads. Welcome back to another Nomader video. I'm doing something a little different this time. Doing a little tutorial for you. So let's say that you hired somebody to make your logo for your business, and they give it to you. You're like, cool, I got a logo, and you want to put it in your video, but you're like, kind of feels flat, kind of uninteresting just to put it like a fade in, a fade out. So I'm going to show you how to make a cool little logo reveal for your videos. I have a friend, Duran Harmon, the Medic Grizzly himself. He has a channel on YouTube, Grizzly Inc. Check him out on there. Check out all his videos. Shout out to Duran. Now, he sent me some of his logos because he saw what I did with mine, my little video, and I was like, you know, it's pretty basic, man. I just use simple presets in my editing software, DaVinci Resolve. Check it out. So he sent me over some of his graphics, and let me show you guys what we have here. All right. Now, he sent me a couple of his logos, and he said, pick whatever you want, you know, and just do your thing. So let me show you guys what I did here. Alright, I got a video of Duran doing CPR, teaching CPR. That's one of his things that he does, so shout out to him if you want to learn CPR. And then I reveal his logo over top of the video. Grizzlyville. Boom. Alright, let's see that again. Cool. Now, let me show you guys how to do that. It's pretty simple. So basically what I did, so I picked this logo because I kind of like it. It encompasses Duran's personality. He's the Medic Grizzly. So a grizzly with a stethoscope. Dope. So let's put that in there. Put a W just to add it into the timeline. And then I decided, you know, let me add this. The Grizzlyville lettering. And so all I'm going to do now, bear with me guys, because I'm used to using two monitors when I edit, so I'm using the one monitor just so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now I'm just going to resize and transform this grizzly so that you can see both the grizzly and the text of Grizzly Inc. So I'm just going to resize that a little bit. Actually, not going to resize it. Might make it a little bigger. Let's make it a little bigger. And actually, let's take this grizzly, make him slightly bigger, you know. Now I'm doing all this resizing without any color in the background, and it might come out a little different in the background. When you have some color, you might see it differently. So let's go to the effects tab, get a solid color. Now by default it's going to be black, so just go in the inspector, change it to orange, excuse me. And I picked orange because I think orange goes really well with the blue stethoscope, and also I know Duran is a Chicago Bears fan, so blue and orange for Duran. And I want a specific orange. I think that's pretty good. Boom. Let's add that orange. Now, that Grizzlyville and that bear, I want them to pop a little bit more. So let's go into the effects. I'm going to type in shadow so I can find the drop shadow. Boom. And I'm going to put it over top of the grizzly and the Grizzlyville text. Now boom, they pop a little bit more. And of course, when you click on both of them, you can go on the effects part. You know, you can increase the shadow strength. I'll turn that up a little bit for both of them. You know, boom. I think that's pretty solid right there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the triangle left to all of them. To the end and the beginning of each clip. Boom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to change in the inspector to in and out for each of the transitions. That way it just looks a little smoother, you know. Alright. Now this is what we have so far. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Now I want this to pop a little more. I want a little more color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change just the grizzly bear transitions, just those. So I'm going to click on the grizzly transition, then I'm going to go here and go to border and increase it a little bit. Let's say 54.96. Let's say that. I like that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, but this time I'm just going to type it in. And then we got that. So in this new timeline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that video again of him teaching CPR, just so we can get a good idea of how it's going to look over top of, you know, different clips. So we're going to go to our other timeline where we had our logo. Boom. Now this would look a little different because I usually use two monitors and my one monitor has the whole timeline, just the timeline on it. But so what we're going to do in the logo timeline, hit Control A. And then we're going to position it. We're actually going to drag what we have selected in timeline 4, drag it on to timeline 3. Boom. All right, so now that we drag the clips to our main timeline with the video of Deron teaching CPR, we can kind of see, press play, and then we'll see the transition. There we go. Of the medic grizzly himself. Boom. All right, cool. So now this looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I just want to put a little fine touches onto it to make it look a little more sleek. First thing I want to do, at Grizzlyville, I want to liven it up a little bit. So I'm going to click on it here in the edit page, just on the text. Then I'm going to go to the color page, create a new node. But make sure, because sometimes when you go to the color page, it wants to go to the wrong clip. So I'm going to click on that Grizzlyville and hit new node. So here, I'm just going to drag the offset to blue. Boom. Make it as blue as I can, just to give it a little more life. And go back to the edit page and look, now the Grizzlyville has a little bit of life. And then after that, one last thing I want to do, make it look a little more sleek. I'm going to click on my solid color, go into the video settings in the inspector, go down to the composite area. I'm going to bring down that opacity just a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to hold it right about there, 65, so that, play it back. See, look at that. Look how clean that looks. So there you go. There's a simple way to make a cool little logo transition. And there's things you can do to, you know, spruce it up a bit. You know, you can always add maybe a dynamic zoom here in the inspector to both the grizzly and the grizzlyville. So when they're revealed, boom, they're moving. And if it was me, I would actually swap those dynamic zooms so they're coming towards you instead of away from you. So boom, dynamic zoom, and that's pretty sleek, you know. You can even add an adjustment layer to blur the background, you know, as the transition comes in. But there's always little tweaks here and there that you can do. You can even not even use that Grizzlyville text and go into the lettering, the text in DaVinci Resolve, and use a 3D reveal one for the text, kind of like what I do with my logo. Yeah, there we go, my nomads. That's just a cool way to, you know, bring some life to your logos and your videos, especially if you don't have enough money. You already paid for a logo, but you don't have the money to have motion graphic specialists to bring some life to your logo. So that's a way you can do it yourself in DaVinci Resolve. Shout out to DaVinci Resolve. Been using it for 7 years now. I love it. You know, check it out. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, you know, behind the scenes editing videos. But yeah, be creative, my nomads. Peace.